Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Like I said, today is just a newsworthy day, man. There's like just stuff popping off left and right. Every time I'm researching something, something new comes up, and I'm just like, dang it, man. Now I want to do a story on this one. But hopefully one of these days, I'll figure out this live stuff. Hopefully, I can get the equipment I need so that I can go live. Unfortunately, I can't right now, so I'm saving up to try and do that for you guys. I think you guys would get a real good kick out of watching me be live and take your questions and your comments and even talk to you guys, like one-on-one live or, like in a group setting. Or even like if me and my guy kick off our channel together where he's hilarious because he just talks so much ish and I'm usually the voice of reason. But that's neither here nor there, guys. So let's go ahead and jump in this story. This is from The Guardian. Dublin police condemn thuggery after protests outside hotel housing asylum seekers turned violent. 6 arrests made after crowd hurled fireworks and other missiles at officers during a protest following alleged SA on a young girl. So this is talking about 6 people have been arrested after Irish police battled hundreds of protesters outside of Dublin hotel used to house asylum seekers after an alleged SA on a young girl. The crowd burned a police vehicle and hurled fireworks and other missiles at officers outside the City West Hotel on Tuesday night. RTE reported for the protesters, some who waved Irish flags and held anti-immigration place cards numbered up to 2,000 people. The Garda, I can't pronounce that. The Irish police force said officers were subject to sustained violence as protesters launched bricks, glass bottles, and fireworks, resulting in 6 arrests. This was obviously not a peaceful protest, said Police Commissioner Justin Kelly. Quote, the actions this evening can only be described as thuggery. This was a mob intent on violence against Garda. The disturbance flared a day after a man was charged in connection with an alleged SA. Local media reported that he was a 26-year-old asylum seeker and that the alleged victim was a 10-year-old who was attacked at or near the City West facility, which is in the Sagarit area of southwest Dublin. A small protest outside facility passed peacefully on Monday, but on Tuesday night, a far larger crowd threw rocks and traffic cones. A police van was also torched. Police, some with riot shields, helmets, and horses, pushed the crowd back. The Justice and Mitigation Minister Jim O'Callaghan condemned the disturbance. Quote, unfortunately, the weaponizing of a crime by people who wish to sow dissent in our society is unaccepted, O'Callaghan said in a statement. Quote, this is unacceptable and will result in a forced response from a Garda. Those involved will be brought to justice. Attacks on the Garda will not be tolerated. Peaceful protest is a cornerstone of our democracy. Violence is not. End quote. I don't know how to pronounce this word, the Toseka, Michael Martin, condemned the violent disorder and vile abuse against police in a statement. Demonstrations against immigration and refugees have become common in recent years, with protesters accusing the rivals of worsening housing shortage and driving violent crimes. Far-right agitators have used social media and rallies to spread messages that Ireland is full. Rioting erupts in central Dublin, November 2023, after a man stabbed 3 children outside a primary school in June. Crowds targeted foreigners in Ballymena in Northern Ireland after an alleged SA protests outside asylum seekers hotel and centers also spread across England this summer. Earlier on Tuesday, Ireland's Child and Family Agency Tulsa said the alleged victim of this week's incident had been in state care at the time and that she had absconded during a trip to the city center. Speaking in Parliament, Martin acknowledged, quote, the concern, anger, and worry of many people over alleged assault. Clearly, there has been failure here in terms of the state's obligation to protect this child. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. This is from New York Post. Violence erupts at anti-migrant protests outside of Dublin hotel. Now, mind you, this is happening everywhere. So this is not only happening here in the United States, but this is also happening in Paris, in Spain, in the UK, in obviously in Ireland, you know, people are sick and tired of all these illegals coming into their country and overtaking them and overrunning them and trying to push their type of lifestyle onto their countrymen. And even in Mexico, Mexico is driving out, Americans and other illegals that are there. They're pushing them back because they're sick and tired of it already. So it's not just America, which is hilarious that people think America is so racist because they want to protect their country with borders when every country is doing the exact same thing. And there's nothing wrong with that, to want to protect your homeland. More power to them for wanting to do that. But let's go ahead and jump into the video. I do see some smoke plumes, so that might be the vehicle that was put on fire. But these people don't look like they're doing anything. I feel like America has it way worse than what's going on in Portland, what happened in Harley, in LA. I'm just saying.
Yesterday evening, Garda Síochána put in place a policing operation for a public gathering at City West. At approximately 7 p.m, persons participating in the public gathering attempted to breach the Garda cordon. This was not a peaceful protest. Peaceful protest does not involve throwing bricks, bottles and discharging fireworks directly at Gardaí. Peaceful protest does not involve trying to breach the Garda cordon with horses and scrambler motorbikes. Peaceful protest does not involve persons arming themselves with weapons. Peaceful protest does not involve burning Garda vehicles.
Wait, so in that video, did anybody see any of that? Because I didn't see any of that. Like, where's your footage showing that? I need to have more context because they just look like a bunch of people standing around protesting. It didn't look like there was any violence. Now, we did see that plume of smoke, which, I'll give it to them. That vehicle might have been on fire. We didn't get to see more of it, but maybe they'll show us some more towards the end of the video. But I didn't see anything. Did you guys see anything?
This was violence with the intent to damage the City West building and intimidate those within. And Garda Síochána escalated our capacity in response to the mounting violence, threats and attacks on Gardaí. And Garda Síochána deployed public order units supported by water cannon, mounted units and dog units. 6 persons were arrested and 5 males have appeared this morning at the courts of criminal justice.
But notice how they didn't talk about the reason these people were out there. They didn't even try to explain why they were protesting. And like I said, optics definitely did not work in their favor right now because it didn't seem at all like if you compare that to what's going on in our country. So let me go ahead and give you guys an example of that because I'm pretty sure I could find one really quick. Let's see. Here we go. Portland Andy, he's usually pretty good about it. And he's live right now, so it's probably going to run a little slow. But, I mean, you could usually see what's going on here in his video. Like, you can hear what they're saying. Usually,
going to the fire, bud.
Here it's a lot worse. Right now it looks kind of chill. But it's still early, and it's probably going to get worse because usually it does because of Antifa and, all these agitators that are in Black Bloc and stuff like that, all these anarchists.
Where the hell did it
So
go?
we'll see, because like you've guys seen videos that I've had where I showed
It's been
them,
2 hours tomorrow.
you know,
Clean up
shining
freaking
lights
mess.
at ICE agents, throwing fireworks, throwing bricks. You had this situation with Andy No where they threw like cement milkshakes at him. Like, it's disgusting on how, you know, bad it is over here. But then you see the one that they're showing in Ireland, and it's
Oh
like, it
shit,
just seemed like a bunch
Rosa!
of random people
Rosa!
kind of
What's up,
just
Rosa?
standing around doing
You
nothing,
okay?
right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just wanted to share what was going on, you know, in Dublin, just to show that this is something that's happening around the world. So it's not just happening in America. People are, in general, are just so sick and tired of all these illegals just coming into people's countries and trying to walk around like their, you know, stuff don't stink, like they own stuff. And it's like, nah, dude. Y'all need to kick rocks, go back to your country, come back the right way if you want to be here. Like, it's getting so ridiculous. And, you know, I don't know if this is just going to spark an all around the world civil war against people, but, or actual war. I don't know, man. Like, it's just getting nuts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you guys saw. If you guys saw any, like violence aside from the plume of smoke that we saw that was going on in Dublin. I think it's messed up that they didn't mention the little girl or, you know, the person that was as aid, and explaining why these people were so upset. So I think that's also messed up. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know if you think our country is being like overtaken and overrun worse with, you know, all these like Antifa and black blocs and, you know, protests. But let me know down in the comments below. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you guys have a great day.